So in part 4 I propose that you use winRE.wim because it's fully formed, it's more drivers and more packages, and some packages that you can't actually get if you go down the WinPE route. It used to be quite easy to get hold of, but now it's become a little bit more difficult, so I'm going to show you how to do this from the original install media. And what you need to do is get hold of the Windows 10 ISO file, mount it, yeah, and in sources there's an install.esd. Copy that into your working directory and we'll tackle that. So here's my working directory and you can see install.esd. Now we'll have a quick look at this. And you can see it's got well, at least it's got Windows 10 Home. So we're going to get that one, and we're going to do this by converting the file to a WIM file, the ESD to WIM. With this, export image, install ESD, index number 1, which is home, DestinationImageFile is install.wim, and we're going to compress it and check the integrity. Now this is going to take a wee while, so I'll just pause the video while that happens. I've done that successfully. All these commands will be in the comments in the video. So the next thing to do, we'll have a look at that. Okay, there it is. Got Windows 10 Home still, and now we're going to mount that into temp with DSM mount the image. It's going to mount it into temp, and it's going to take the first index, which is home. Again, this is going to take a wee while, so I'll pause the video. Okay, that's finished successfully, so now we'll have a look at it in temp. Whoops. And in Windows, System 32, Recovery, there's winRE.wim. So that's the file we want, so we need to copy that into our working directory. Okay, having copied it, now I need to get out of there so that the dismount will work properly. There it is. So we're now going to dismount everything in temp. Okay, there we go. This won't take a second. Okay, well, so I'll stop. Okay, so that's install.wim dismounted. Now we're going to mount winRE that we've just copied over. And make some adjustments to it, because if we just boot winRE.wim, it'll go into the blue recovery screen with the sort of icons all over it, which you can get into the command prompt, but we're going to go straight in. Okay, so that's it mounted, and back to temp, because in Windows System 32 there's a WinPE, not past it, winpeshl.ini, and that's how it starts the recovery environment. So actually all we need to do with that is delete it. Okay, that'll stop the recovery environment starting. And what it will do is start startnet. Startnet. Where's the mouse? Which does a WinPE initialize. Now you can add anything you like to this batch script, but in part 6 I had a startnet that I'm going to use in this situation. So in part 6 it was on a USB, and it's searching for a directory called images, which has all the images to install, and when it finds that drive it changes directory to it and then starts menu. Now menu is easily changed because it's sort of, you know, it's on the USB, and you can make anything you like of it. It's up to you. I'm going to now install it without menu so you can see startnet starting. Okay, so all we have to do is copy that, copy it into temp, system 32, okay, get out of that, and the next thing to do is to recreate the WIM file. So back to the working directory, and we're now going to unmount the temporary directory temp, and we're going to commit it. So of course this will take a little time, so we'll pause the video. There we are, it's finished, so there it is. Now what we have to do is copy that onto the USB. So copy, the USB is here, and in sources is the old one, so well, we'll just paste it. Now it's going to have to be called boot.wim, so there are multiple ways of doing that obviously. I'm going to delete that. And then rename that. Oh, finger trouble here. And this USB is as described in part 6, made with disk part, and has the bootable partition copied from an ISO, and so we're now ready to test it. Let's give that a go. Okay, so here's our test machine. And we're going to boot from Wifi. Now notice on our test machine the Dell logo doesn't display properly on the screen. Other machines might do, some might be a complete blank screen, but trust me, that was a Dell logo. Okay, now we're going to pause while it boots. A sign that it's nearly finished is when the Windows logo comes up. It shouldn't be too long now. Okay, so here's the command prompt, and you can see it's running startnet, and it can't find menu. That's no problem, but you do have a DOS prompt, so you can do your own thing. Okay, so next time I'll show you a little bit more about this by upgrading the winRE.wim file, perhaps adding PowerShell and things like that. Okay, bye.